think I got a tape recorder here. So I want to just remind everybody, anything you want to get graded for the semester has to be in by Monday at 11:59 at night. I think most of you guys are pretty good, or you've already contacted me and say, hey, I got some stuff coming in that Doug hasn't graded yet. But just make sure if it's in your portfolio, you're going to get a grade for it and it'll count for your semester grade. And if you've had stuff late already, you've noticed I have not penalized any of you that I'm aware of anyway for being late. Okay. My biggest concern is always that you learn how to program in Python, or if you have me for Java or whatever, that you learn the language. That's what I care about. That's what the same reason I don't give some written final test that isn't going to improve your programming. You know, I'd rather you write another program than have some stupid test where you fill in the blanks or something like that. That ain't going to help you. What's going to help you is your ability to get the basics and then learn on your own. Go out. If you want to continue with Python, I don't have anything to offer you at ICC, but you surely have a good basis that you could go on and do other Python type things on your own. Okay. So that's what I'm hoping. Or, you know, again, it's just another, if you've taken Java from me or from anybody or C++, it's just when you go to get a job, you can say, yeah, I've got this language and this language. And they'll get the idea that, of course, that you, you know, again, I still, you learn one language, I think you can learn any of them. Okay. Most of them are pretty well based around C, that kind of scenario. A lot of them look a lot alike, except for Visual Basic, because you're always dealing with objects. So, but it's the same thing. You're just changing the attributes. A lot of times the structure and procedures are the same as far as doing loops and stuff like that. So, all right, so let's get this done with. And like I said, we'll probably be out of here by 5 or that, I think. Any questions? Anything I can do for you before we?
Just double checking. In the grades,
Yeah.
it looks like, let's see, course info, credit card, pet class, retail item. They all still say upcoming, or were those just things you're planning to grade at the end?
If I assign those, they'll be graded.
Okay.
And I mean, if we didn't do them, that just means that in the previous, because I just take the one class and paste it in this one. So if I cut something out, the grading thing might still be there. Okay.
Gotcha. Just double.
But if you look, did I give you guys grades last week? I thought I did. Maybe not. So I probably owe you a couple grades in there somewhere. I mean, I haven't graded the ones that I think you owed me a couple, and I haven't graded those yet. I can tell you that.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Okay. Right, Joe?
Yep.
I think most of you will be happy with the grade I give you. As far as I told you up front, it's just a point game. There's this many points that are available. If you get this many points, I just divide by the number you have by the number we're available, and that's your grade. For the most part, anyway. All right, I'm going to go ahead and, yeah, I got to get out of that. Let's go ahead and see if I can get Thawny to come up. Okay, where's it at? Equitable whiteboard. Hang on a second here. I got something goofed up. I don't have Thawny open to go ahead and share it with you. There we go. And once again, you know, Thawny isn't the only way to go. The only reason we used it in this, it's very simplistic. You got PyCharm, you got all kinds of IDEs that you can use. There's a plugin for Visual Basic or for Visual Studio for Python. Um, you know, as you go along, you might want to switch to one of the others that are out there. Okay, now what happened to that? Okay, I'm missing something here. Oh gosh. Why is, oh, there we go. Just hang on. I'm probably making you dizzy moving my screen around. All right, so we're over here. And so we're going to make something that's a graphic, a GUI, graphical user interface. Okay. So we'll just call this one, let's see. I think it's Fahrenheit. And the date today, 5, 6. Again, this is a simple program. The main concern is to do it in a GUI versus what we've already done. So this reverts, I think we're going to convert Celsius to to Fahrenheit. Make sure you spell Celsius and Fahrenheit correctly. It's one of the my biggest complaint when I mean, we do this every class I teach. I have one of these, and it never fails. If somebody always misspells Celsius, Celcius, or Fahrenheit, they forget the second H or the R. So it's always something. The other thing about it is in the program itself, I don't necessarily capitalize Celsius and Fahrenheit, but when you do your output that the user is going to see, you should capitalize them because they are proper nouns. So I always do that. And again, they're just small things that that help us or make it look more professional. Oh, what I was going to tell you about this. So we're going to use something called import Tkinter, which is the graphical library that they have here. It's the only one really, except for Pygame, that I've messed with. And it looks very amateur-ish compared to like Visual Basic or that. If you've ever played with Visual Basic or Visual C++, this looks pretty hokey. But it is introduced in the book, so I thought that we could use it here tonight. Let's make it this. All right, so we're going to do a define. We're going to do an init and then self. Then we got a class here. And we'll go ahead and we're going to create a bunch of objects. So we're going to create the main window first. Okay, this is what everything else sets on. So it'll be self dot main window is assigned Tkinter dot tk like that. Okay. So that creates our main window. And again, you have to have this library from Tkinter to allow you to do this. So my main problem right now is I'm hoping we have that library installed in Thorny. All right, so then we're going to have 3 frames: top frame, mid frame, bottom frame. So we'll say self dot top frame is equal to a Tkinter dot frame, and then self dot main underscore window. And then with a self dot mid frame, same thing, Tkinter dot frame self underscore window. Excuse me. And self dot bottom frame is equal to Tkinter dot frame. So these are all objects that are in that library. And there, like I said, there's probably other graphics programs that are a lot better. I wonder, do I need to compress those? Pack them. Pack. Top frame widget, create the windows. I wonder, I'm just trying to see something right here. Pack the widgets in the bottom frame. Top frame, mid frame. Mid frame. Let's try something here. I don't know if I can do this, but I want to see if I can get the objects to pop up before I do the other. To get stuff to come up, you have to pack it. So you pack that, then self dot mid frame dot pack, and then self dot bottom frame dot pack. And let's see if we get anything. Let's see here. Divine show the information. Yeah. So I'm going to save this. My desktop. And I'll just call it C to F. All right, and then run it. Oops. Okay, apparently I can't do that. Oh, I never created an instance of it. Hello. Okay, so instead of main, we're just going to type Celsius is equal to CS GUI. Okay, got that. Okay. Let's see if that'll work now. Okay, there it is. There's nothing in it right now, but you can see it here. It can be that big. There's a drop down to close it. Okay, so it's there. There's just nothing to expand out my frame. There's nothing in my frames. That's why probably not doing anything. So now I'm going to create in the middle there, I'm going to create the widgets for my top frame. Okay, so it'll be self.celsius label is equal to, oops, is assigned Tkinter dot label. That's a capital label. And then we'll do this. We'll just drop this stuff in. So I want it to be in the self dot top frame. And I want it to say that it'll have text equal to enter the Celsius temperature. I'm going to do a single quote there, a single one here. And let's see, and then if I pack that, okay, let's give it a size too. So if I do self.celsius, yeah, 3. We'll try 10 to start out with. I typed self wrong. See, in Visual Basic, it's all just drag. You drag frames, you drag windows, you drag buttons onto a form, and then you program it, which is a lot nicer. So let's go ahead now and pack the top frame. So let's see, I want it self.celsius. Self.celsius label dot pack side equals left. And then self yes underscore label. Oh no. Entry. Dot pack side left. And let's see if we can save and run that and see what it looks like. There you go. Much better. And you should be able to type in there now. Okay. Anybody that doesn't have, when they run it, that you're not getting your little GUI. All right. And you'll notice it already has functionality where you can close by clicking on the X. So some of that's already built into the objects that we're creating, okay? All right, so now we're ready to create the objects for the middle frame. Mid frame. I'll be consistent here. So self.results. Self.results, what I want to make it label, I guess. And then is equal to the Tkinter dot label slash enter and self mid frame, and then text variable is equal to self dot Fahrenheit. We'll abbreviate that. Okay. And then we will pack the mid frame. So we don't have, this is like a variable type thing here. We don't have the answer for that yet. Okay. And we can come up here and I'm just going to take this, Control C it, come down here, Control V it, because I really do hate typing that. And it'll be, let's see, create that. So results label. And let's make this one Fahrenheit label. So then I'm going to save that and run it and see what it looks like. That's interesting. What happened to my blah, blah, blah. Celsius GUI object has no attribute rate. All right, so that's okay, I think. I think I get that later on. Yes. Yes, we will do that later on.
So the text variable part of the results is just a variable we'll be assigning later on.
Yep, that's
All
where
right.
our answer is going to show up in this label here. Okay. My biggest, and so that's why it's screaming at us right now, because this isn't set yet. Okay. It's not set yet. All right. And let's go ahead and put in, I guess we'll put in 2 buttons. Okay. Self. So da, da, da. I think I want to put it bottom frame. Okay, like that. And then is I think that'll work. And then we need another button to quit. So we'll have a quit button. And it'd also be a Tkinter button. Again, you guys know that slash just means go down to the next line. I'm hoping by now you should know that. Oops. That ain't right. Okay, why is that not letting me there? Oh, what was it I wanted to put here? Command is equal to self main window destroy. I think that'll be okay.
Is the quit button being assigned to the bottom frame too?
Yep. So am I missing something there? No, yeah, bottom frame here. Oops, I'm missing something, aren't I? Good point there, buddy. Let's see. If I don't take your button, self bottom frame, escape. X quit, self main window destroy. I think I've got it now. Oh, there it is. That fixes that. And I think that's right. And then command self is destroy. All right. Jeez. And then we will pack the bottom frame widgets. Okay. And again, I'm just going to take these, Control C them, bring them down here, Control V them, making sure they line up or it'll yell at us. And so we're going to do the Fahrenheit button. And then the quit button. And I think, let's see, blah, 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 blah. Okay. And then if I say I'm trying to think of a way I can test this. I think I can. Let me see if I can do this. Self.fahr dot set. You know what? Let's see here. Celsius is that. Then I need define. That'll work. That'll work. And we got our pack, so I can move these up. So. Okay, so now we need to just pack the frames, which we already have in here. Okay. So I got those. Move up here. All right, so now I am going to do this. This is say enter the Tkinter main loop. And so it'll just say Tkinter dot main loop. And then that is a function. So that, or a module that comes with Tkinter. So put that in. And now we need to do our conversion of the, so if I do that, then self, okay, so is that, yeah. Okay, so then we're going to come down here and we're going to go, define the show info function. So this is where we're going to do our define convert, where we're actually going to do our conversion. So if I do that, self dot Celsius is equal to a float. Self dot Celsius entry get. Okay. Float Celsius. I think that's what we got up. Okay, self dot frame. Text. Self label. Entry. Okay, so we have that entry right there. And then we're going to go get the value out of it. Okay, and then we can do self dot Fahrenheit. Will be equal to 9.0. I'm just going to hard code these in. So it's 5.0. And then plus a float self Celsius plus 32. Okay. And then we can say self dot FAHR is that variable that we defined earlier. Set self dot Fahrenheit. Okay, and then where did I put my? And that comes up. Citizens. And we save that. And let's see what we get, if anything. Okay, what's wrong? Let's see that. FHR still. Okay, got something wrong here. Okay. So I create the main window, right? Okay, create main window. I create the frames. I get the sub, the mid frame. Create the widgets for the top frame. That worked at first. And then we pack the top, right? I think that's right. Okay, so we had that in. Then I think this is where we might go, or I might go wacky. Create blank label. Oh, yep, I'm missing a line of code here. At least one. Create a blank label. The middle frame. Tag the top frame. Then I go down to fair. What did I miss here? Objects of the mid frame. Oh, I never created the widgets for the. Fahrenheit temperature. Yeah, see, this is not right. Okay, I skipped a line here. So results label Tkinter. So right here, I'm missing code. So go underneath Tkinter label for self results label. And this should be self. Let's see. Self. Mid frame. That's right up to there. Then that should be that. And underneath there, it should say text equals Fahrenheit temperature. All right, so that goes there. Now I need self dot FAHR. See, that's what I is equal to a Tkinter string variable. Like that. Variable, yep. And then self dot Fahrenheit underscore label is equal to a Tkinter label. And then self dot mid frame text variable self far. Okay. Sheesh. So far, and then I pack that and pack that. Label pack, Fahrenheit label. There we go. So that should be better. So did you guys get all that? This is what I added right here. I didn't have this. Correct. So I'll give you a second to. Once we have that, save it and run it, hopefully. And I'm still getting most recent call.
Oh, I think where you packed both results and Fahrenheit, you forgot to change Fahrenheit and entry to label. Line 40.
Okay, line 40. Yeah. This should be results label. That's right. And this should be Fahrenheit label, right? So if I do that, still, oh wait, I'm still getting. That's no FHR. Well, I got an FHR right here. Now I know this works. Just, I don't understand. Okay, I got something here. Line 74. Oh, self-convert. I'm missing a parentheses there. Let's try. So line 74 or 46 is one. So line 46. I thought, wait a minute. That looks right. Self Fahrenheit button. Okay. Self button frame. Convert to Fahrenheit. Comma. Slash. Command equals self dot convert. Tkinter button. Slash self bottom frame. Anybody else get theirs run yet?
I'm at the same error. It says that the convert doesn't exist.
Well, it does. Oh, it's down at the bottom.
Yeah, it's weird. I'm trying to look through it.
So we got define, convert, self. Define, convert, self. Oh,
you don't need parentheses.
I think you do, but I think right here, I think I need this, do I not? Maybe.
You have nothing returning from the method.
Hang on. I shouldn't have to, let's see. So, hang on, let me see what's going on now. So convert. No attribute for convert. Hang on, let me check something else. Let me think here. I'll figure it out. That one works. Convert self there. See, it doesn't have just self convert. It's interesting. So that should not be there. Celsius. Float. Set. So it's self Fahrenheit. Damn it, that looks right. And this does not get that. For some reason, it works without it.
And then it works without actually explicitly passing the Celsius variable as an argument.
Yep. Strings are. What I don't understand is why I'm not getting anything in here. There's got to be, well, see, it's still bringing up that convert. That's bad up there. Okay, so here, line 74 and lines 46, unless I'm not reading something. So line 74 and 46, what's wrong there? 46, self-convert. Okay. And then 76 is the, well, I don't even have a 76. So Celsius is equal to Celsius GUI. Let's see. So this ends here. Tkinter main loop is up there. So it should do that. This is just a call down to convert itself. It's really weird because I would swear this is the same as my other one that I did earlier. Well, I'm going to do this then. So I'm not going to. All right, so let's look at this one. Compare, and we'll just go down. So we got define in itself, right? self main window Tkinter TK, that works. And we saw this frame when it created these, or when I created this top one, it was printing this out at one time. So I got to believe that this works here, okay, on ours. So then we drop down to frame. So we got the top frame widgets. We pack the top frame widgets. Then we create widgets for the middle frame. Okay, and so let's see, create widgets for the middle frame. And we did that. It says Fahrenheit temperature. Then we create a blank label. And it's self far equals Tkinter screen variable parents. Self far underscore label Tkinter label slash self mid frame parentheses text variable is equal to self far. That works. And again, you should be looking at yours as I read down this. Then we create two buttons in the middle frame. Okay. Or the bottom frame, I'm sorry. And they are Fahrenheit button. Let's convert to Fahrenheit self. And just self convert. It's single parentheses on mine. And then the quit button. Self main underscore dot destroy. That seems to work. And then we pack those, the Fahrenheit button and the quit button. Then if we pack the frames, that seems to work. Then we have this Tkinter dot main loop. And I can swear that was right. Define.
Oh, I found it.
Oh,
It's,
that's it. It's the indentation.
yeah.
Damn it. This goes out one.
I actually tried that, but I
There you go.
indented it all the way to the left instead of just one.
So now -40 is the same in Fahrenheit and Celsius. So if we do that, uh-oh.
Oh, it's a Celsius entry dot get, I think.
Celsius entry dot get. There we go. You're right. Because they should be the same temperature. Celsius and Fahrenheit at -40 are the same temperature. And Sanchez, I misspelled entry somewhere. Yours working now? Okay, so there it is.
My Fahrenheit. What is it?
Main
It says the Fahrenheit attribute doesn't exist.
That's wrong. That conversion is wrong. Let's try.
Oh, it's for the main loop. Is it like case sensitive, so it has to be a lowercase l?
Hang on. It does.
Also, you're adding 1.8 to the float when you should multiply.
You're right. Jeez. We'll get this. All right. So now negative 40 should be negative 40. If I do 0 Celsius, should be 32 degrees Fahrenheit. And it is. If I do 100 Celsius, it should be 212. And it is.
Is there a way to increase the size of the window?
Yeah, you can. You know, off the top of my head, I'm not going to be able to do it, but you should have attributes now for window size, for example. So if you went over, hang on a second here, and I'll see what I can do. Python, Tkinter, window size. Should be able to increase everything or whatever. But you gotta have to. Window size, okay. Equals main window. Okay. Try self dot main window, and then try dot geometry. Geometry, and then 500 by 200 or something like that. D would be 5. Oops. By 200. I don't know if this is going to work or not.
Did.
There you go.
Okay. Mine says object has no attribute Fahrenheit. So.
You must
and
be.
then it's saying there's a problem on line 66 with the main loop.
Yeah, I had a capital L in there.
Okay. Yeah.
That should be a small letter L. So that one would be fixed. And then which one? Your Fahrenheit where?
It just says Celsius GUI object has no attribute Fahrenheit.
Do you have it spelled right?
Pretty sure.
Down here and under convert.
AHRENHEIT.
Yeah.
So self dot. Set Fahrenheit.
Self Fahrenheit, not set.
Let me reopen Bonnie.
That would be the only place I would know where it'd be calling it Fahrenheit.
Celsius GUI object has no attribute Fahrenheit.
So
Let me control
try
F.
down in line 69. Or you have someplace else where you don't have, you have Fahrenheit without like button after it or something. Or Fahrenheit label.
Fahrenheit label, self.Fahrenheit underscore label equals Tkinter. Fahrenheit underscore label dot pack side equals left. Fahrenheit underscore button equals Tkinter button.
Yeah, that's fine.
Self.
And then button pack down here. Then the only other Fahrenheit is down in line 69.
So I'm supposed to type in a number, press convert, and it's supposed to. Okay, yeah.
Yes, no.
No, it doesn't work. No.
Okay, why don't you share with us? I'll stop sharing and see if somebody can, we can find it for you. Hang on, I might have to turn that on. Yep, you're good now. Okay. Hang on, let us see the air down there. Far set Fahrenheit. Self far dot set.
It's not letting me.
Fahrenheit. Yeah, Fahrenheit's misspelled, like I said, in line 70.
Oh my god. Okay.
Nope, still misspelled.
Yep. All right. Okay, great. Thank you.
All right. Anybody else? All right. So there's a GUI, you know. I'm going to stop recording so we can